Hey Sagittarius, I'm Claudelouise Hay from BeHealing.com, and this is your energy update for the week of the 5th of July 2021. I hope you're doing well. Be sure to check out your Sun, your Moon, your Rising and your Venus sign for a full picture of all of the energies that you've got going on this week. I do tend personally to pay attention a lot to my Moon and Venus sign and my Sun sign, of course. Rising sign doesn't particularly apply to me, but I know it does for many others. So check those out. I've got a live show 3 times a week live here on YouTube. Check that out too. It's called Psychic Cafe. I would love to see you in there. And if you're interested in a private reading with me, they are available from my website, behealing.com. You'll find a link for that in the description box below, so click on that triangle. Sagittarius, what have you got going on? Follow the signs beneath the surface. Subtle signs. Follow the signs. Subtle signs. You know, a lot of people will get readings from me and they know. The signs have already been there. Sure, they might have been subtle, and what they really want from me, it's not an answer, it's not a new answer. It's just confirmation of what they already know, and then that gives them the confidence to take the action that they're going to take anyway, but also to have the confidence to trust their own intuition next time, hopefully. And so that's what I'm feeling for you, is like follow your own signs, even if they're subtle, you do know deep down. I'm not doing anything that anyone else can't do, especially for yourself. Sure, it might be kind of unique that I can do it for other people too, but you've got your guidance within you, so tap into that. Sagittarius, what have we got here? Generosity. Okay, but yeah, the signs there, the signs. Okay, so Sagittarius, some of you could be overly generous, as in, I mean, it's great being generous, but there's a dark side of everything, right? There's a negative and a positive expression of everything. So how can generosity be negative? Well, it can be enabling. So we can be, doing something for someone which actually stops them from doing it themselves. I mean, I learned that lesson. I went and did charity work. This is many, many years ago, 20 odd years ago in Uganda. And thinking that I could go there and help them and teach them something. And I actually was very humbled by that, because they taught me a lot more. I gained a lot more of that than I could give to them, and I realized how arrogant I'd been to think that I could go and help, kind of thing, that I had something to offer. So yeah, it's that kind of an energy of that. Be careful. Sometimes you might be thinking you're doing the right thing by being generous, but look at the signs. The signs might be subtle, yes, but we can tell when we're enabling someone. So another example of that is a kid. So you don't just keep on tying your kid's shoelace, you help them to learn themselves, right? It's like, do you give a man a fish, or do you teach them how to fish? You teach them how to fish, right? So that they can look after themselves. The signs are there if you are enabling someone with your generosity, or if your generosity is actually doing more harm than good, which it kind of often is. It's nice to be generous, but it's good for us, but it is a kind of there's something kind of selfish about it, wanting to feel good even when we are enabling, or to put it another way, disabling someone else. The Five of Cups, feeling left out, feeling a loss here, all focused on what you have lost instead of what you're gaining from it. Which is very interesting with that generosity card, isn't it? You could be giving all your energy out, Sag, and then wondering why you're not getting it back. And you're like, but I've given so much, I deserve to receive. But the universe is like, have you though? Have you given, or have you been enabling people? Because if you've been giving to the point, if you've been giving in an enabling kind of a way, the universe isn't going to thank you for that. It's kind of been hindering other people. It's not going to thank you for that. So just be careful of that. So you might have this, I deserve so much more. How come I'm not getting back? Because you're not realizing that you're not giving or generous in a healthy way. Oh, look at these. We've got the Empress out next. You got the Empress out next. Empress. So this is about being a mother. It's the mother energy. It's the creative energy, the feminine, creative energy of the feminine. creative feminine energy is what I was going to say then instead of repeating myself. Yeah, the Empress, creating for yourself. What have you been creating for yourself? For you yourself. The King of Wands and the Two of Wands. So the King of Wands is this energy that goes, decides what they want, and then they go and claim it. They're like, that's mine. I want that thing for myself. Two of Wands is about making a decision to take action toward that. So the King of Wands, it could be that some of you, Sag, have been at this very, I don't want to say Pollyanna, I want to say more like a, not righteous either. What's the word I'm looking for? That point of view that if I just keep on doing the right thing in the world, that I will receive back what's right for me. But you might not necessarily be seeing the full picture of what it is that you're giving out there. Instead, you need to decide what it is that you want in your life, and then go get it. Like, and do it for yourself. Because there's something to the giving. Yes, there is, but it's got to be balanced giving, right? I used to try and give. I had this business for 21 years, and I kind of started off with that charity mindset of I'm just here to help everyone else. I wasn't doing it for myself at all. And the universe just wouldn't let me do it because I was like pouring my cup out all the time. It was like this, tipping it out with my foot. So how come my bowl's empty? Because you're tipping it out with your foot. Stop doing it because you keep on giving it away. And that's what I was told. It's like you've got to want something for yourself and allow people to reciprocate for you for what it is that you're doing. You've got to value yourself, right? So part of that is like the King of Wands going, I deserve savings. I deserve money. I want a house. I want all of this. I want this stuff for myself. I'm going to get it. I'm going to take action for myself now. So you're being asked to do something for yourself now. I still don't know what that word is that I was looking for, but it's that kind of a mindset where I think it comes from religions. We learn that if you just keep on giving and giving and giving and giving, you will get back in the end. But the religions kind of say you'll get it back in the afterlife. But no, get it in this lifetime. Be more selfish. This is asking you to be a bit more selfish, because how's that working out for you? It didn't work out for me at all. Tell you what, it does work out for me when I started putting myself first and going for what it was I want. And I'm still giving, and I'm doing that in a healthy way now. It's not like I turned into this horrible selfish person and taking advantage of people. I don't do that in the slightest. In fact, I can give more than ever now because I'm receiving back. So you might have been shying away from that because you don't want to be like those abusers or those people that just want to take advantage of people. You're not going to be like that. There's no excuse to stay disempowered. Yeah, there's no excuse to not find balance. So let's find out what's behind this. Five of Cups. Why the Five of Cups? So you might think that you might think that you're kind of a victim to it and it's not coming back to you. Well, it never was. That those kind of teachings were wrong. I know, because I tried many years to live that, and it never came back to me until I did this. King of Wands. Created it for myself. Realized that I deserve something for myself. Started advocating for myself. It's called self-love is what it is. So the Five of Cups, strength. So then you empower yourself, right? From that place of tipping your cup out, giving it all away. Then you empower yourself. You're like, damn it, I do deserve something for myself, and I need to get that for myself. Love myself enough to get that for myself and do it for myself. And it might be that you're kind of triggered by that because you're like, but I don't want to be selfish. Because you think you're going to be really selfish by like those other people that are negatively selfish, It's not self-love, those ones that are negatively selfish. I'm not suggesting that. I'm talking about positive selfishness, where you're actually loving yourself and getting something for yourself. It's not just everyone else that deserves love, Sag. It's you too, What's behind this? So if you've been shying away from empowering yourself and doing something for yourself, it's time to stop that. Advocate for yourself. Slow but steady, turning this around slowly and steadily. And as soon as you do, as soon as you start making efforts there, the universe is going to reward you, and you realize that you can have those benefits now. But you did need to start advocating for yourself and loving yourself more. The Empress, creating it for yourself. This is the mother energy though, so this could be about you feeling like you want to mother the whole world. The Hierophant, spiritual lessons there. So it could be that you had a lack of love in your childhood, not everybody, but a lack of love felt in the childhood. A lack of being mothered yourself and taking care of yourself can have you constantly wanting to do that for other people, because you never want anyone to feel like that again. But you don't realize it's you that's the wounded one. You're the wounded one. You're the one that needs mothering. You need to be that for yourself now. Self-love. There's a call to self-love. So this is a spiritual lesson to mother yourself, not other people. If you're finding yourself in constant relationships, and that would be this energy, constant relationships where you're just taking care of themselves, like women getting into relationships and they end up having to be the mum for their partner because they won't do anything for themselves. If you find that that's the case, that's because of this energy. Time to mother yourself. It's your inner child that needs that love and that healing. Spiritual lesson here. Not just everyone else that deserves it, it's you that deserves it, and you've got to give it to yourself. Self-love, yes. Sacred space. So take your space to do that. Got to back off from other people. Stop doing it for everyone else and do it for yourself instead. Back off from doing it from everyone else. What you're looking for is not found there. It's found in self-love. Already said all of that. So King of Wands, Two of Wands. Get what it is that you want. Go for what it is that you want. So the King of Wands, remember, he decides what it is that he wants, and then he goes and claims it. He makes those decisions, and then he starts taking action toward it. Now, Six of Voices, when the universe gets involved, this is like an assault course kind of thing. All the challenges and issues there are to get there. When you do that and you start taking those first steps toward it and you're claiming it for yourself, then the universe gets involved. So, for example, this is so not me, but I did it. I got myself into debt, into $8,000 worth of debt on my credit card. This was a few years ago. And I kept on putting it on my wish list, like from the universe, wishing for it to be paid off. And thinking that somehow the universe was just going to come up with like a stack of money on my doorstep kind of thing, and I would use that money, that lump sum, to pay it off. In my mind, that's what it was. And I just woke up to it one day and it's like, what am I doing? That's not going to be granted. I've got to pay it off myself. And when I realized that, it's like, grow up, Claire, pay it off yourself. And I thought, okay, so I didn't have any extra money to pay it off, of course, otherwise I would have paid it off. But I did have my business. And so I'm like, okay, so whatever's coming in from my business, I'll pay half of it off on my debt. And, you know, the rent and everything else can wait. It's important that I pay this debt off so that I feel better. And so I did that. And what happened, within a week, I started earning a hell of a lot more. And I ended up paying off that $8,000 debt within, it was really fast. It was within a few weeks. Because the universe got involved, this happened, but I had to do it first. I had to take those steps first for me, for myself, you know? And that's what you're being called to this week, Sag. Do it for yourself. It's truth. It's the truth. You've got to do it for yourself, and then the universe will get involved and help you. So if you've been doing that same thing, waiting for the universe, wishing for something, waiting for the universe to give it to you, it's not going to happen. You've got to do it for yourself, and then the universe will help you. There is magic, but it's not going to do it all for you. If you're not going out there and claiming it for yourself and doing it for yourself, it's just going to keep on agreeing with you. Yeah, you're not having it. You're not making that effort toward it. You're not going to get it. It backs you up in the energy that you are giving out, right? What's going on in your love life, Sag? Forgiving and learning. Wow. So this could be affecting your love life as well. Same. I mean, the way that we do things is the way that we do things, and it tends to affect every area of our life. Our money, our career, finances. Oh, I've already said that. Our career, our finances, our love life, our family life, all of it. Friendships. So forgiving and learning. This might have all been playing out in your love life as well. Probably will be. Don't let pride get in your way. What's that pride? Well, I've done this for so many years, I'm going to keep on doing it. It should work because the religion said it. It's still not going to work. The universe isn't going to change how it works just because you're being prideful about it and sticking to your guns there. Recognize when something's not working and do something different. Don't be stubborn about it. Stubborn, Sagittarius. Yes, you are. Just remembered. Sagittarius person that I know. Stubborn. Cooperation. In your quest to manifest the energy of love, you realize that every person and experience has value. So you've learned a lot of lessons. It's all good. I've learned these lessons too. What else? I feel like I was missing some cards then. All confused all of a sudden. Tell us more for Sag. Self-indulgence. And this is what will be triggering you, right? You don't want to do that. It's like, I don't want to be self-indulgent. I don't want to be selfish. I don't want to be this. I don't want to be that. Focus on self, self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, self-appreciation. Love and appreciate yourself. Like I said, it's your inner child that needs mothering, not someone else's. Yeah, they might need it, but you're not source. You don't have to be the one that gives, especially if you don't have it to give yourself, if you haven't received that from yourself. If you haven't given you, if you're not mothering yourself, you're not available to mother anyone else. Sort yourself out first. It's a really important lesson, but I know how, and I know that feeling of not wanting to do that because you don't want to be like those abusers. You don't want to be like those selfish people. You're not going to get like that. You're going to get into balance instead. They're not in balance. And they might be saying the same thing too. Well, I don't want to be like Sagittarius. They're all like wishy-washy, not got anything for themselves, all disempowered and victimy. I don't want to be like that. I don't want to give more. Why would I want to do that? I don't want to be generous. I'd end up like them. So they might be telling themselves the same thing. We're coming from this stubbornness of, I don't want to be that. And they're right. They don't want to be that. Neither of you. You're like down here, they're up there. You both need to find balance. Kisses. Unconditionally loving yourself. Giving and receiving affection. Falling in love. Giving and receiving affection. Receive it from yourself. Give it to yourself. Receive it from yourself first. Fall in love with yourself. What else for Sagi? Wow, a big call to self-love, right? That's too many. What else for Sag this week? Body and soul. Oh, love yourself, body and soul. You know what this is saying? Don't just love your soul. Love your body too. Practically do things for yourself. Don't just like soothe yourself and nurture yourself like a mother would in that way, being there for yourself emotionally. Sure, do that. Absolutely do that. The soul stuff, the emotional stuff. Also do it for your body too. So actually start taking better care of yourself. A mother does that too. She feeds you good. You know, she nurtures you in those physical ways as well. Do that for yourself. A lot of people who are into this self-development kind of stuff, tarot, things like that, can leave their body out of it. So you're not actually taking the practical steps to care for yourself. Do that too. So what energies does Sagittarius need to tap into within themselves this week? Within yourself, what to tap into, Sag? What energies does Sag need to tap into within themselves this week? True love. Beautiful. It is. It's this Empress. It's this mother thing, and you need to give that to yourself and receive that from yourself. True love. Your wholeness and safety lie within, not from a partner, not from anyone else, in fact. But this sovereignty actually leads to the deepest intimacy for you to stop using others. Let me stand on my own feet, dear Lord, and know true love. So you might not have seen it. You might have seen it as giving to others because it appears that way with generosity. But you've actually been using others, enabling others in order to feel better in yourself because of that wounded inner child. Don't worry, I did it too. A lot of us do it. So find that true love for yourself, in yourself. Be independent. It will lead you to actual healthy relationships, abundance. It will lead you to everything. Really, everything. Okay, so what else does Sag need to know about this week? Man. Feelings or relationship with a man. What's that about? What's this man doing here? Receiving a gift from him. Okay. Receiving a gift from this man. So a man's going to come in and give you a gift. New creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. Especially if you're doing this inner work, it will happen. If you're not doing the inner work, I don't know. The gift might not be so good. Tell us more, Sag. What else? A short journey. You might be going on a trip somewhere, going to visit someone, that kind of thing. Haystack, karma, you'll reap what you've sown. Absolutely. And like I said, if you're sitting around going, but I've given so much, I deserve so much, I'm just going to wait for the universe to give it back to me, the universe isn't going to give it back to you. Not if it's been enabling, if it's been out of balance. It's not going to give it back to you because it's not going to thank you for that. Oh, what? You just kept untying your kid's shoelace and now they can't tie the shoes and they're an adult. Why would the universe give you back for that? Oh, but I tied the shoelace so many times, I deserve so much from it. No, no. So, yep, wow. The dark side of generosity. It's a call to love yourself, mother yourself, receive that from yourself. Give it to yourself, receive that from yourself, and put yourself first, and then go for what it is that you want. Claiming that, finding that balance within yourself will get that. And everything will change, and you'll get what it is that you want in your life. I know because I've done it. So I can tell you about that. I'm not telling you anything that I've not done myself. Here. So there you go, Sagittarius, that's you. Be sure to check out your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus sign for that full picture of the energies that you've got going on this week. And what else? Oh yeah, click on that like button. And don't forget to click on the subscription button along with that notification bell as well to hear more from me. Have the best week ever, Sagittarius, and I'll see you tomorrow in the Daily Energy Update.